To start things off, it's down to London's Bloomsbury Theatre, where Quincy the comedian was taking over for a 2-night stint with which to amuse one and all. Being a key player amongst the current crop of black British talent, the people were out in force to show their support, and with a night full of Quincy comedy in store, there was no doubting that sides would be splitting. Quincy, my man, here we are. It's like the calm before the storm. We've got an empty auditorium, but I'm sitting next to this huge beast of a man next to me. Big comedy night tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Basically, the show is a collective of stories which I've gathered up throughout the years of me growing up in East London and being from Barbadian parentage and just telling people what's going on in the world and all that kind of stuff. So the show is just basically showcasing material which I've accumulated throughout my life really, and people getting a different side of me, and just showing as much as I've got the big stature and all that kind of stuff, I've got a soft inner heart.
He's a big teddy bear really, right?
There you go. My dad, every time he loses something, the further back in time he goes, all right, now, a little while ago, I lent my dad my car keys, all right? Now, I needed my car keys for something, yeah, to go someplace. I said, Dad, you see my car keys? My dad was like, yes, I had these car keys here someplace, weird. Let me retrace my steps. I was born in 1941. Came to England in 62. Meet your mother. Look, I ain't got time for the Windrush years. Where's my keys now?
Is this kind of gig a little bit more self-indulgent in a sense of, you know, like when you work in the circuit, you're obviously amongst other comics, but tonight it's pure Quincy fans in the house. Can you go in deep on and experiment with material?
I think the people who come to see me today, that they know a bit about me, so I can take it that step further. And I think I have the luxury and I have to worry about offending people or making the show a bit off. Because if I say something, then the next comic might get it. I think today's show is people have come to see me, which I'm really truly blessed, and they know a bit about me. They've followed my career for the last since 2000 really. I've got a lot of time for Levi Roots. Right? I respect Levi Roots. I've got admiration for Levi Roots, and the reason why I respect Levi Roots because Levi Roots went on the programme, as you know, Dragon's Den, and convinced 4 judges that reggae sauce was actual sauce.
I understand you went full-time in 2005 as a comic, and it was like a bad boy superstar DJ to comic via Idris Elba. Tell us a little bit about that story.
Yeah, basically, me and my boy Idris, we used to play Twice as Nice back in the day in the R&B room, and he used to DJ. I used to use the mic, and we used to play dances, and the good old days with the blues dances. We used to come out of the house 3-4 in the afternoon.
Popular with the ladies?
Yeah, we were good for DJs. we were known, and with a collective of friends of ours. And then he's always said to me, and other friends always said to me, look, Quince, why don't you go into comedy and take it that step further? So I just took that plunge, and here I am today. Never look back. I know there's certain things what the original James Bond's got. I know I couldn't have. Like I know if he's like, I couldn't drive the car he drives. You know what I mean? Me, young brother driving the top of the range, Austin Martin, fully equipped, with all the gadgets inside. I couldn't drive that car because where I live in East London, that insurance would kill me, first of all. I'll be the only secret agent saving the world, third-party fire and theft.
What do you make of the scene out there at the moment for British black comics?
The scene is probably at its most healthiest, considering the economic climate we're living in. There is a lot of new comics coming through, and I remember that. Me following the likes of Gina's and Slims and all that kind of, and Slim and Curtis Walker and all that. We were the new bunch, but there's new guys always coming through. There's a conveyor belt of comics always coming through. So it's a good thing because it keeps us on the toes.
There used to be a bit of a feeling that there was some kind of glass ceiling with regards to the mainstream and a little bit of a like in-out policy, one in, one out. Do you think it's still like that, or is there more opportunities in the mainstream for British black comics now?
I think that the glass ceiling doesn't really matter what kind of area of creative arts you go. You might find it, but I think it's down to us as individuals, especially myself, to break those stereotypes. And I think there is a market out there for the next big black comedian to be a Michael McIntyre or a Jimmy Carr, so to speak, because we've been filling the auditorium since day dot. You know what I mean? And it's just like we are born entertainers, and I don't really look at things as a glass ceiling, because if I say there's a limit, then that's just how far I can go. I can always push past that. The beautiful thing about this, because this show's in the West End, and there isn't a lot of shows take part in the West End, especially black comedy shows, and I think that with the show as good as Sold Out, it just emphasising how popular black comedy is, and it is for the support of the general public, to support the likes of myself, the Kane Browns, and you know what I mean, the Dane Baptiste, and all those kind of guys, and as long as we keep on doing our job right, people will come out and support. I like Barack Obama, you know what I mean? I like when he first came into office, right, how everybody changed towards every individual, especially of black people. I remember when he won, right, the first week, I came in my house, this white guy walked up to me, he went to me, "Oi, well done, mate." Mate, I'm f***ing British!